I'm so sorry, guys. You guys were all watching, and then we just stopped. Our internet died. I'm so sorry, Larry. We haven't had any. I know, don't we ever? I've actually had a really good run today, and last show of the week, and we just drop out. It's gone from broadcasting to not broadcasting, and I know why we've lost internet. So let us know, guys, if you're there and can hear us. I know that a lot of you are at shows, but please, if we do drop out, send me a message. I'm happy. It's good. It's handy to know. Larry, we were just talking about music and bull riding, and you're growing through the years in Tamworth, and how has it impacted your way of singing and writing and performing?
Well, I guess I'm still a great sucker for a cool story song. I have delved a little bit into doing a bit more of I guess you could call it some of the more commercial style of writing, which to me is more like the hook, line, and sinker type theory. Quite a bit of repetitiveness in a sense, and maybe it's all to do with whatever rhythm or beat that you're writing from. It just depends on how you set yourself up to write a song, really. Or it's from a story around the campfire, which I just love sitting around with the fellas on the rodeo trail, and we just talk stories, and how you can glorify that in lyrics is pretty special. And of course, if you can touch more than just your mate's ideas and spread that to the world, well, hey, you've got a hit on your hands.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
And you were saying to me earlier, you're going to be playing at Alan Caswell's show tonight, because you've written songs with him. Have you found that your influence in that area and writing as a co-writer, people would be drawing from that experience through you, wouldn't they, to do those co-writes as well?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when we started, that Alan actually contacted me. He was heading up to Gympie, and he basically said, look, he said, I've got a couple of days to kill time with. He said, I'll come up to Bundaberg at the time, and that was where I was based. This was back in 2013.
Yes.
And he said, I've got these couple of lines that I think we should write a rodeo song. Because he knew I had such a big correlation with the rodeo fraternity. And he said the main reason initially was because he never really sat down and picked my songwriting brain. But the main reason was he just wanted to get the vocab right when it comes to talking about rodeo.
That's true, that makes sense.
And ironically, at the time, so back in 2013, he told me, he gave a little confession that in his whole career, he'd only actually been to like 2 rodeos in his life up to that point. And one of his biggest hits, one that won him a golden guitar, I think in the late 70s, or it might have been about 1980, was King of the Rodeo.
And that was,
There's some irony for you.
Isn't it funny, isn't it? And has he been to some since?
Oh, yeah. So I believe he has snuck in a few. I know he's moved up to Queensland now, so... and I haven't told him yet, but I might tell him tonight. But I've got some big plans. There may be a big bull ride, bronc ride on the Gold Coast later this year. So.
I spent a lot of time there, so I tell you what, if you need volunteers,
having fun with your boots on in the sand.
Exactly, that'd be amazing. Now, Paula has just said that she's popped into Paula's watching. She couldn't make Tamworth this year, but she says she loves your music and wants to know how you are. And I reckon probably starting to get tired.
Well, actually, I've had a pretty good night's sleep. Last night, which was really handy because yesterday was my biggest day vocally. I did 4 full set shows, so 4 45-minute shows in 4 different locations, plus a guest spot of 3 songs on the Hitmaker show.
My goodness.
And, all told, I survived it well.
You've done very well. Your voice is still going today. You're doing very well.
And I've just got the guest spot to do tonight on I Run a Song with Alan Caswell's show at the Services Club. And then on Friday, I have another songwriters show at the Tamworth City Bowling Club. It's Friday at 5. So
Friday at 5. And that's not far from where we're staying, so we might have to come for a wander on Friday.
So you get to hear a few songs that I don't normally sing because obviously they want you to sing everything that you've wrote, including, I always include the song that Dean Barrett recorded on his Seasons album. So just the one previous to what he's just releasing new material now. It was track number 2, and it was still a rodeo-inspired track, but a more heritage Australian track, and probably the only one that I particularly sat down to write. And it was based on the idea, because my mum and dad, we grew up around horses. Dad was a horse breaker. He competed in rodeo, so did mum. So it was sort of second nature that I would follow that same vein.
Yes.
And we always joked about it that talking saddles, what the story would be like if you could ask the saddle.
Yes, that's
And
actually brilliant.
and so we come up with the idea Secrets from the Saddle, and that's
Yeah.
on Dean Barrett's Seasons album.
It's like when you hear of people talking of the walls could talk. That's that same. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's something pretty special. So on that songwriter show, I make sure I sing that
Sing that
song
one as well.
within the collection of tracks that I've had originals on all three of the releases that
Yes.
I've put out, including the most recent album, The Road, Family and Home. I started things
Yeah,
off with The Battle. There's Country Cries in there, which was picked up by Drought Angels, a
Yes.
great organisation helping
Absolutely, yeah.
farming families in need. It's amazing what they do, and ironically, they're based in what was my original hometown, Chinchilla, in the Western Downs.
Wow. You've been and done so much. It's amazing to hear your stories and your time. Is music, when you get to a point where you need to give up the radio and what you're doing, is music something that you're going to keep doing forever? Is that just part of you?
Well, I think I'm probably more driven to really give music a bigger crack, I suppose, if you want to put it that way,
Yeah.
because after I came back from the United States from rodeoing for 10 years over there in 1999, I basically put the guitar down for 10
Oh,
years.
really?
I even had a band over there for 7 years. A lot of people don't realise that, but I played in a top 40 country band in Montana and Wyoming, and we
Wow,
toured
that would have
all
been
around
an amazing
the honky tonk
experience.
scene and got into the fairs and rodeos as well with my
Yeah.
connection to riding. I just had to be careful I didn't get hurt on the day that I was performing.
Yeah, that's right. Another element of pressure there.
Yeah. Make sure you stick the
No
landing.
injuries that you can't play guitar or sing. Yeah.
That's it. Funny thing you talk about that. One of the hardest gigs I ever did was the gig that I did after the first time I ever went water skiing.
Oh my goodness, really?
Because the guy on the boat, the rope had uneven handles.
Oh, so you were
So you were sort of like one
you're
hand in front of the
stiff,
other.
Yeah.
Well, then I had to play that night, and I've never wanted to say some expletive
Yes.
words when an F chord came up ever. My whole arm and
Did
hand
not
would just
like that.
cramp up, and it was like the worst feeling in the world.
That's
the
a
hardest
good
gig I ever had.
advice, isn't it? Actually, it's not something at the time you would have even thought that that's what would happen. Yeah.
It just went all stiff.
Did you manage to stay up skiing?
I did actually. I got to my feet pretty well, and I think that was the problem. I stayed up way too long.
Too good,
I should have let go.
Well, thank you so much for coming to talk to me today. It was so lovely that we got to meet yesterday. It's what Tamworth is all about. But tell us before we do go, where's the best place again to keep up with you and your shows and music? And
All right. Well, I finally got official last year. I actually launched a real website. I've had the Facebook page for a little while, but we've got a proper website these days, larrycannmusic.com with the W's in the front. And, but you've got to remember Cann is spelled C-A-N-N.
Yes.
But also very active these days on Instagram. The Facebook page is Larry Cann Music as well. You've got Twitter too, so I'm a bit of a twit. I just pretty much piggyback off a post to get the whole
It's
sanctum
so
if I
many
can.
levels, yeah.
If I want to get real business minded, I got the LinkedIn account
Yes,
as well.
yes.
But I mean, pretty much you can keep up with everything through Larry Cann Music. Just look it up. I've even got a YouTube channel now that's starting to
They
grow
can subscribe to that one, yes.
I try to put up. I haven't went the route where I put up silly video clips, but there's some nice little shorts of different things that I've been doing, and when we're out and around, and plus of course all the official video clips are up there as well. And you never know what else I might be singing, just mucking around at home. Give you the campfire sessions.
That would be my favourite. So lovely to see. So if you are around Tamworth, make sure you come along, especially tonight. You'll be playing tonight. You've got the shows that we just mentioned. Make sure you come along and see Larry play. It's going to be lots of fun. And then support the radio tomorrow as well. While you're there, why not? And well, hopefully we can catch you throughout the year too, when you have more music coming and all sorts of things.
Yeah, lots of good news in music coming along the tracks. Actually, I'm heading over to the States in the end of May. I was married to a girl from Montana, so when we had kids, they ended up dual citizens. Well, the boys are both living and working over in the United States, they're at both ends of the US. One's in Montana, one's in Texas at the moment.
Not cheap and easy to get to both
No.
when you're there. Yep.
But I'm planning, I have to go to Montana first because I've just become a granddad here 2 months ago.
Lovely.
I have a little granddaughter, Emily Diane, and she's doing really well. And her mum and dad, so my son Lane and his wife Naomi. That was one of those unfortunate COVID things I couldn't get over for their wedding. They came over luckily in 2019.
Oh, thank goodness.
And that was actually when he proposed. He's a little bit more romantic than I ever was. He got down on one knee on the banks of Lake Mackenzie on Fraser Island.
Wow, how beautiful.
That was a lovely little scene first up in the morning. And from there, I guess my youngest son, he's been the head leather cutter at Martin's Saddlery, and he rides boots as well. So he's sort of following Dad's.
It's in the blood.
Dad's footsteps, and his grandfather and his uncle as well.
Yeah,
so
it's in the blood.
It's all there.
Paula, say congratulations to becoming a grandfather as well.
So yes, so watch out for more music. We'll be songwriting in Nashville on that trip, and I've already been talking to Alan Caswell this week. We've got some great ideas for some new songs already churning up. As a matter of fact, there's a little I'll give you a little catchphrase about we head down National Highway 15 to where the cow kids and country kids come to play. Some in the dirt, some on stage. Think about it.
That's great. Thank you so much for coming and talking to me.
Thank you.
I'm absolutely glad we literally met in a cafe yesterday, and I think it's just so lovely to be able to do that. But please, if you can come along and see a show, make sure you do. And we will be around tonight, so if you're anywhere nearby, come and say hi. We'd love to meet you all. We'll be back in here tomorrow at the Atrium Cafe at 9:30. We've got Tori Forsyth joining us, and we'll be back here on Friday as well. So please come down, grab a coffee, and say hello.
I'll add one more thing.
Yes.
The new single is released on Friday.
Friday.
So
fantastic.
you can actually jump on and check it out already because it's already on the album that's been released for both family and home.
Yeah.
So it is available straight away. But I want you to take a good listen to it. It's called Till I'm Too Old to Die Young. And I'm dedicating it to those families that have lost a child or a friend close to them that is forever young.
Yes.
Because this song, to me, when I first heard it when I was 16 years of age and Mo Bandy sang in 1987, to me, it was the ultimate prayer for a mum and a dad.
Yes.
It's a parent's prayer. Till I'm too old to die young. On radio officially this Friday.
Make sure you check that. You can check that out right now. So if you are somewhere where you can listen to it and hear it, make sure you tune in. Otherwise, do it once your show's finished. And so make sure you come up tonight to see Larry play at Alan Caswell and throughout the rest of the week. And Paula said she can't wait to hear the song and the CD.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you all very soon. And I will close it off when I find it. All right. We'll see you soon, guys.